See, I caught everybody off guard. They don't know how to act. Oh, let's see how long it takes for folks to start realizing. See, I know y'all are used to waiting until 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Wonder what's up with all the mushrooms growing around here. Hmm. Well, back when I first started doing these live streams, I had moments like this where I wondered if I did it right. And being people should normally been on by now, starting to wonder if I did it right. Maybe I should go get my phone and have somebody check. Ah, somebody showed up, so okay, I didn't mess up. I was just talking to you. Whoever popped in, howdy, howdy. Thanks for joining me. I was saying that I knew I was catching y'all early, but I'm cleaning Grandma's ashtray. They got full of water, and I had to empty them out and refill them with sand. We keep a bucket of sand. Howdy, whoever number two is. Oh, caught y'all flat-footed, didn't I? There's three. Sooner or later, I'll get somebody knows how to type, and they'll be communicating with me. There we go. Jason, what's going on? Stone, what's up? Number two for fitting. Oh, and yes, I had to bring my eyeballs. I hope I ain't going to spend the evening all leaned up here like this. How fitting. Number two, how fitting. Okay. You lost me there, brother. And for some reason, this screen keeps flashing a green at me. Am I on any of my buttons up there? I think I am. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Now let's see if it quits. This I've got it on my tripod. That ain't what it's usually on in the truck. So I'm having to see why it's flashing green at me. Somebody else slid in. Howdy, number four. Future president. I don't think there's that many people on drugs. Ah, there you go. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I want to take my head off. Grandma ain't joining me right now. I was trying real hard to talk her into it. That wasn't coming down very good or going over very good. She one bashful rascal. So, oh, sitting out here on the patio, as you can see. Oh, just relaxing a little bit. Checking out all the work that needs to be done. Oh. Yeah, he's getting purged before he goes out there, right? Oh. What did I do to Grandma? Hell, I took her shopping. I got home at 2:30 today and didn't get to the house till damn near 6. So, okay. Making sure I was caught up there. Some days I wonder. But yeah, I just flashed that green again. I wonder if my tablet's going out or something. It's fully charged. Well, y'all have seen what we're doing with the yard and whatnot. And she got a couple of plants for her birthday. Imagine that. And just doing some repotting and stuff. And you seen the one trike. That plant got too much water in there. It's flashing green on y'all's side too? Okay. That's good to know then. It ain't like right there. So evidently, well, I don't know if it was mine, would it come through on the video? I guess it could. But the only other thing I could do would be take it out of the tripod and lean it against it on the front there, and I ain't sure if that would go over well. So, but anyway, we needed some stuff from Lowe's, and we had to run over there. We got some. The main thing was poison ivy killer, and we're painting what was the grandkids' guest bedroom, which we had one wall red, one blue, yellow, and green. And let me tell y'all, that shit's fun to cover up. So we had to get some kilts. Right. But anyway, what was that other one there? Did I miss it? Oh, okay. So anyway, we had to get some of the spray for the poison ivy, and we had to get some kilts for that bedroom we're painting. We got some potting to do tomorrow, different plants, if it don't rain us out. So then, of course, we had to go get some victuals. And damn has the price of beef jumped up. It was plumb ridiculous. I got back there looking. The best deal in the place was on ribeye. I had to buy ribeye steaks to make a stew. I'm like, really? Because they was on sale. And that one was black. It wasn't green. Oh, wish my boy was on here. He'd tell me if it's my tablet or what. All right, now there's like 6 of you and 2 likes. What the heck happened? Oh, just wait till this summer. Almost all the groceries are going to skyrocket. That, I believe it. That's actually was our plans on building on this place. Is I want to have a little raised garden over there. I don't want to do a whole lot. I might have a couple more in the back somewhere. But I want to be raising my chickens and rabbits and have a calf fattening out in the back and a couple of goats to help eat the weeds down. And there's an ideal place back there to put a feed out pen for a hog. What's up, Rando? So, in case you ain't checked out, figured it out from my other videos in the beginning, I'm a little bit of what they call a squirrel, and that don't mean I'm nuts. It means that I squirrel away stuff. So one of them preppers. And I ain't gonna lie to you, when Obama started getting voted in, I got scared. And I do have a little stash of shit around, you know. And I was encouraging everybody to get some kind of stash. Something had, and the thing is, did you know they passed, and all that group of nonsense that Obama passed there in the beginning Uh, he had the executive orders already put in place that whenever he deemed he could take control of everything. Now I understand that a regular president under a time of emergency that they could declare martial law and take control of everything, meaning all the utilities and the highways and all this. Well, along with it, they passed a law that said that you cannot have more than like 7 days worth of food. And if you do, then they can come in and take it and share it with the masses. Imagine that. Oh, that didn't go over good with a bunch of us. A lot of people don't even reel it. Wow, really? 600 drivers? That's a lot. I hear you. It wouldn't surprise me that Walmart doesn't cut drivers. It's a proven fact in this industry, and I've lived it too many times with companies. It's cheaper to hire Swift and CR England and all them. It's cheaper to hire them than to run your own trucks. That was the problem with the trade show freight. We was the actually of the big three. Excuse me. Our company was the only one that had their own trucks, and they didn't like it. A necessary evil type thing. And, well, I tell you what, most truck drivers I know hate Walmart. And what sucks is how many trucks you see parked at Walmart. Now, are they just parking there or are they shopping there? And I've shopped there. I did today. And I hate it. But they've done knocked out all their competition. Our HEB, they don't carry the shit that you need at Walmart. I wind up going to Lowe's too, and I know Lowe's ain't no better than Walmart in all reality. So, and I'm sure that I've only delivered to a couple of Lowe's in my career out here, and it wasn't that bad. But I could see where it could be, just like with any of these big chains. So, do you still see trucking as a growing industry in the coming years? Just got on. Good to see you home. Hey, David. Well, I love my home time. Now, this week I'm going to leave out early. I ain't decided if I'm leaving Sunday morning or Sunday night. They did have me pick up a load today, which that's part of trucking. And I had to deliver it Monday between 8 to 4, which meant I would have had to left out Sunday night to deliver. Then right before I got home, they shot me an email and said, just bring that one to the yard. Your next load is this. And like I was telling Mama, I drive for a living. This is what I do. And I can see in the near future needing some more money. We're having the place surveyed, and I'd just soon go ahead and leave out a day or two early, or a day early, and might have to do it a couple of times, and just go earn the money that I need for the survey so that it don't have to come out of an already stretched budget. So, it ain't the company that'll be forcing me out. It's called life, and this is what I do for a living. So I'm not sure what time I would pull out Sunday. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But I know I've got a solid 8 hours to the yard, and so if I make it up there early enough, that leaves me 3 driving hours. That'd give me 2 or 3 hours down the road for the Monday delivery. So, which is just setting me up. That's all it's doing is setting me up, which is part of trucking. So, Stone, that's what you and the other new people are going to have to learn. This is where when I go asking y'all if you're being trained, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. If they take you out there, it's more to making a career out of this and making decent money out of this. It's more than just driving the truck. Uh, let's face it. Oh, and damn it, I had an email I wanted to read y'all. Uh, but you know, as you can see out here on the industry, on the highways now, pretty near any damn body can drive a truck. But to learn the system and to work the system and know what you have to do, it's more than just driving a truck. And that's why so many of the professionals, when you start talking to them about being an owner operator, they can't stress enough that you have to have a business mind. To be a successful company driver, you still need to have a business mind. You need to know the system, you know, and you need to know how to work the system. So, another Papa Joe lecture. So, there you go. I say that, but Robert, the one you've seen around here doing all the work, now he's my stepson. He's Rosa's son. In his earlier teenage years, his dad lived out Pahrump, Nevada, and he would go out there to see him, and he wound up staying with him a couple different times for a year or two at each, and his daddy was hard on him. He put hands on him. Let's see. It broke my heart to go to a mega corporation, a necessary evil. Stone, you're set up good. Don't start that shit now. Don't do it. You've got 2+ years to ride out there according to your plan. So no, don't start that now. You need to be saying, I'm damn glad that I chose this company and I've got the options to do what I can do in here. You've got a plan, 6 months, and then see where that next year goes. So knock that shit off. I don't want to hear it. And yes, I'll talk to you like I'm your daddy. I've got kids older than you. Let's see. You can't even fill up the bottom of your basket for a $100 bill. Yeah, you can, because I got a lot of Mountain Dews and Monster drinks. And if you put them in the bottom of your basket or your cart, shit. The other stuff will overflow a little bit. You won't get 2 layers. And actually, Grandma had a basket because she went to do the meds and stuff. Between the two of them, it was $220, and we might have had 2 layers, you know, plus a little bit of shit up there in the kiddie seat. But there you go. Let's see. Yeah, I'm home for a little bit. I'm good with it. And like I said, it'll be me forcing me out. That's what I said about the logs. When I kept saying the ELDs don't bother me because I kept trying to slow down. When you've been out here as long as me and some of the others, there are some old habits that was the way of driving, the way of the career, the way of the life when we started. And those was installed in us from the beginning. And then 20 years into it or more, then they pull this stuff. Well, I was trying to slow down before the ELDs, but I couldn't force myself to do it. As long as I could tear that page out and back up, buddy boy, I was gone. I mean, I'm out here for the financing, not the romancing. You know, it's time to rock. And I did, and it's a hard habit to break. And ELDs has forced people to break it. Fortunately, in my position, I don't mind. But I damn sure understand some of the other old school that it does bother them, you know, but suck it up, buttercup. It's a way of trucking now. So, you know, you got to play, you know. Let's see. What kind of meds? Pretty much any of the narcotics. But if you have a prescription, then you can take a whole bunch of them. However, there are certain ones, if you're on too high of a dose of a depressant, that brings up red flags. They don't want you all out there depressed in a big truck and going to run into a bunch of people and act like you're a jihad ISIS ass. Oh, did I say that? That ain't politically correct, but it's true. So I'm good. Uh, there's certain blood pressure medicines. Being a diabetic, I'm no doctor by no means, but you can. They're in Bandito. Uh, it's real easy to find out, especially on today's internet. You know, if you're on something and you're concerned about it, do a Google search. You know, and ask if it's good to go. Let's see. Absolutely right. That's why I listen to these videos and I've caught myself taking notes a few times. Well, you absolutely right about me talking to you like your daddy? Well, let's see. Good. Take advantage of it. OTC, what's going on, brother? I'm just sitting here lecturing Stone and anybody that would stay on long enough to listen to me, that's all. Grant, what's up, brother? Home for a little while. I'll pull out sometime Sunday. I ain't decided when yet. So I'm out here on the patio. It's getting dark. So I don't know how long this will last. So, and if nothing else, you can always hear me even if you can't see me. Well, you'll see me every once in a while. I'll do that. And if the skeeters start getting bad, I'm going to go get one of them skeeter candles I got today. I got 2 of them just in case. And I brought 2 pair of glasses off my table in there because I wasn't sure which pair I would need for reading that from this distance. Grant, thank you, brother. Ain't even got it yet, but thank you. How heavy is that? Is Grandma going to have issues toting it? Because she's not a strong woman. She's an old woman. And if you need me to cover shipping or something, brother, I gladly will. So, let's see. Rando, hey Joe, let's talk about checking fifth wheel pins and trailer slide pins at a truck stop because they have pulled a lot just for meanness, they say. They say that. In the 25 plus years that I've been out here damn near 30. I have never seen it happen. I've never seen a truck that, I've never seen it happen. But if you want to know how to prevent it, I can teach you how to prevent them from pulling the kingpin. If they pull the trailer tandems, the slide pins on your trailer, if it's a good trailer, all it's going to do is run to the back and make a lot of noise, and you'll damn sure know they slid, but that should happen before you get any road speed up, hell, it should happen before you pull out of a truck stop. The kingpin, that's easy to keep them from pulling it. When you stop, set your trailer brakes, and then put a little pressure against your kingpin with your truck. And then set your truck brakes. Now, if it's winter time, we always tell you not to set your trailer brakes. Always leave them released. However, in this case, if you're scared of somebody pulling it, then all you have to do is hit your chicken brake or set your brakes, whichever. Tug against it like I'm talking about, then release them, or whichever one you used. And it should still have enough pressure against that kingpin release. Because all the holds the kingpin is a little bar that circles around. It's like a C-bar. And if you have pressure on that, and any truck drivers already know how many times have you went to release a trailer, drop a trailer, and you had to jump up in your truck, release the brakes, and back it up a little bit because it's too tight against that kingpin to catch. So there you go. That's how you prevent that. That was a short one. What else you want to talk about? Let's see. Yeah, Stone, you are correct, but it depends upon your pre-trip. Now that you're out of school and all of that, and you're starting to run on the road, now with your trainer, you'll be doing some of the stuff, I'm sure, if he's a good trainer. Uh, but you will find out that you keep taking more and more shortcuts, which is exactly why when Champion went under, oh, my lights are starting to come on. When Champion went under and a bunch of us old experienced hands started trying to get on with other companies, one of them at that time he had 30 years, he's got 35 in now or more. He went to CR England, I think it was, one of them like that. And they started talking about wanting him to go back out with a trainer and be retrained. And he about lit up like a Roman candle. He had a reputation for that anyway. He had a real short fuse. But their whole thing was, oh, you've been driving so long, you have bad habits built up. And he says, and you're going to send me out with a kid that I got more time bagging up to a truck stop bathroom than he does bagging up to a dock. Hey, no, I don't want to go out with your propaganda little feller. So he didn't go work for him. Let's see. I feel like my truck might be a bullseye. Not really. Once again, it's what I've told you so many times, dude, is being aware of your surroundings, which is something else your trainer should be training you on. Back when I was training and when I was trained, that was all part of the teaching. And the problem is, though, is that so many of the students are going out with someone that don't have experience. If you've only been out here 1 or 2 or 3 years, you don't have the experience. That screwball that y'all turned me on to that's charging people, Red Viking or something, he's been out here 2 years, I'm told, since he started school, and that boy don't know squat. He ain't got a good clue about how to wipe any part of his anatomy. He ain't got a clue. So for him to be trying to teach and counsel people, are you kidding me? No, just 5 or 6 pounds. You will love the label. Just wait. Okay. I appreciate you, brother. Mama's blown away. She's like, why is he doing that? I said, he's a truck driver, baby. Don't try to understand him. Let's see. Trainer told me about those trailer brakes in the winter first day. There you go. Hope the trucking industry keeps going because I'm just getting in. Oh, you'll be all right, dude. That letter I said I wanted to read to you. Old man told me don't get in a rush and never let someone rush you. That's true. And let me catch the last one. The time I seen it was a new driver NT. Now, one of the things about this internet that just fascinates me is all the people. And a lot of the people, you don't even know who they are lurking in the background, so to speak. So someone had asked me a little while back, and I think we talked about it on a couple different videos or live feeds or something, about the manless trucks. And I had an individual that sent me an email and gave me kudos on the channel and what he liked about my channel. And then he started giving me his credentials. And he's a little bit of a higher muckety muck, okay? And he got going on about the manless trucks. And he put up a couple of links for me to go check out what he was telling me. And the short hillbilly version of it is Tesla, I think they call it, the electric car. It's struggling really bad. And they're having issues finding financing to keep it going in production. Then there's a SUV manless vehicle that they want to push next. And they're having trouble finding financing for it. Plus, they don't even have the factory built to build them yet. And then after that comes the big trucks. And yes, they do have the prototypes out that they was playing with. Yes, they have those. That's what we've all been seeing the last year or so. Uh, However, the people that's been designing them and playing with them, they have not taken even one order. Don't plan on taking an order. This other stuff has to happen first and get it going. And you're talking a few years there. It ain't like a few months. A few years there, and then they'll start pushing on the big truck. But that's so far down the road. I mean, from the sounds of it, we're talking about 15 years. I mean, 10 years I think is short. So 15 plus years. So, so yeah, dude, you have a job. You have a career. Y'all gonna have chat amongst yourself a minute. I'm gonna go in there and get my mosquito candle, or else we can call this off. Whatever y'all want to do, because it's getting dark. And I'm gonna sit out here for a little while, enjoy my patio in the evening. It's a nice, cool evening, and I'm going to get my mosquito candle going. So if y'all want to hang out with me, you're more than welcome to. And if you don't want to see this dark silhouette that I see, you know. So I'm going to run inside. Y'all talk amongst yourself. I'll be back in a minute. Did I miss anything interesting? See, and this is something else that I'd went to get at Lowe's. We have some of them incense type sticks, but Grandma, you didn't roll up your hose, dirty bird. Uh, but they just wasn't cutting the mustard. So I got this rascal. And after I get it going, I'll check out the what y'all been talking behind my back here. Come on, sweetheart, light. This is a 3-wicked one. And I got 2 of them. Looks like birthday cake. I'm 3. Won't be long I'll be saying that about the channel. Come on, get going real good. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'll just set it right down there. All right. Let's see. Okay. He probably made someone mad at him. Yeah, that's... Thank you, David. I don't know about all that, but thank you. Parking lot rage, right? Well, I don't think they would do the oversized like that. I mean, it's possible, I've seen remote control. I've liked watching some of them YouTubes, and boy, it's getting where y'all can't see me. I'm going to slide it farther so I don't have to lean back so far since I ain't going to just be right in your face. Well, I still am a little bit, ain't I? If you watch them YouTubes, they've got this one that they've got real small tires, and they're moving this big, enormous building. It's probably overseas, and they're out there with a remote control. I mean, it was crazy. Let's see. Back this up. I'll get y'all situated in a minute. Well, that's what I was saying the other day. The only way manless trucks are going to work is if they build their own lane for them. They're not going to interact with traffic. They're going to create too many problems with the traffic. And that went out. That is not good, boys and girls. All right, now y'all do your job. Oh, duh, I blew them out earlier. Dummy me. What was I thinking? So anyway, the only way I see them working is if they have their own lane, and our infrastructure right now won't even handle the traffic of today's population without them. Now, they might work around in the cities and stuff. At one time, Atlanta was talking about they got the HOV lane on the inside and all this. They was talking about making the next lane over for like big truck traffic to help them flow. So they might do something like that, but they've got a long ways to go. Long ways to go. Not really. Uh, 15 years down the road, if you've been in the industry that long, if you haven't found your niche, uh, pay attention to the trucking news, what's going on in the trucking world and the industry, and be mindful of these things coming into practice and just work yourself into a niche where you have a job. Don't worry about all the other guys. I know that sounds terrible, but ultimately, who are we driving for? Who do we work for? You know, it's that little old lady inside that's too embarrassed to get on films and stuff. That's who I drive for. Who do you drive for? It should not be that company. It should not be that name on the door. You know, but then again, I kind of like family. There you go. See, Stone, you're right there. And that's a problem with me playing catch up, but maybe help somebody start doing it if not theirs. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes my shorthand ain't as good as y'all's short right, but yeah, I don't see any reason why y'all couldn't be set up for your own gig. I really don't. Uh, if you're on the ball. Now, if you're gonna just sit around and wait on the trucking industry to give it to you, then yeah, you're gonna have a problem. Ow. I'm raising this thing up since y'all can't see me now. Oh. So where's everybody at tonight? I know where I'm at. I'm at Grandma's house. See, now actually, that was a code back in the day on the CB. If you was talking to a buddy and running with somebody, uh, if you was going to dodge the scales, that's what we used to say. I'm going to go see Grandma. I'm going to go by Grandma's house. So, OKC, the land of human trafficking. Is Oklahoma City that bad? I ain't kept up with it. And Wacko Waco. You can get whacked there and not by the people, by our fine government. Sandy Hook, Mississippi. Actually, I'm going to be somewhere in Mississippi sometime Monday or Tuesday. When I get back to the yard, I got a Little Rock, Pine Bluff, and somewhere in Mississippi. And if my old failing mental atlas serves me right, Pine Bluff is just 20, 30 miles down, what is that, 540 or something? So it ain't that far from Little Rock, if I remember correctly. At home in Kentucky. Now you ought to be sitting outside enjoying the evening. Oh. Watching my dusk and dawn, or my solar lights come on. They're coming on everywhere. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Yeah, today went over pretty good. Decent traffic. So, watching the lightning bugs. What's up? Say what? The last place that I delivered at, DOT across the road, there's an entrance to the port just down the road, so they have a lot of traffic. And now they're fair, they're not pulling in just containers. I've seen a couple of big companies in there, oversized. And usually the way they work that kind of stuff is when they start up their shift or whatever at that area, they'll say, all right, we're going to pull in all the low boys, or all the low boys and all the beverage trucks. They usually have a selection or a particular one that they decide. In that way, they cannot be yelled that they was being prejudiced and all this other stuff. Hey, Budrow. Oh, the phone's in the house. If you called, I didn't even hear it. Oh. I tried calling you earlier and you didn't answer. Ah, the pre-trip. You need to hook up with Rolling Stone. Oh, you're one of them reading the policies and regulations. So in other words, you're trying to go to sleep. Because that stuff will put you to sleep. Son, you're being smart. Quit it. Night, Stone. Enjoy. The rain finally made it to y'all, did it? Well, thank you. Say what? Appreciate it. Well, let me back up, Rando. Sometimes it's me, dude. You forget you're talking to a hillbilly. You're going to have to get you a big, for outside the more famous you get. Oh, you mean bigger setup? I understand. Let me scroll back. Hillbillies are us. Well, I'm hoping Little Joe and who was that, Scott, last night got together today. That's why I tried calling you earlier, son, was to see if y'all had touched base and got to talk. So I have the idea of trying to get some of the T-shirts and Some of the sayings that y'all come up with for putting on them, I love it. So we'll just have to see how it all works. So, well, wind just died down. It was a little bit windy when we first started this. Oh, but now that it's getting dark, it just flat like it just still as a bug. You taking off there, Randall? All right, brother. Appreciate you stopping in. I know I caught y'all a little bit early and totally off guard. Oh, but I like them sneak attacks once in a while. Need a few more likes up there if y'all would, please. Go ahead and hit the like button. It won't hurt. Oh, and I have a new button down there. I wonder what that's about. Little Joe must have done something. Oh, 400 is still a pretty good bunch. I assume you was looking at some article or something on that. How many drivers do they say they have, or do they actually divulge that? Oh, now that I'm not being seen, I'd put my hat back on. Let's see. Papa Joe, just keep doing what you're doing. You're out. You taking off too? I totally understand. Oh, I appreciate the likes. I got 4 more of them there. That's cool. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I know it's a bummer not seeing my pretty mug when I'm talking to you. Oh, it is what it is. And we've been on 45 minutes. I just wanted to hop on here while I was out here tonight. So, what the heck. So, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming in. Remember, God loves you. So do I. Y'all have a blessed weekend. We'll see what happens Sunday night. Maybe I'll get on here Sunday night. Y'all have a good weekend now. Good night.